Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Glass Road. Glass Road is a game designed by Uwe Rosenberg, published by this version, Capstone Games and Fuhrerland. Plays 1 to 4 players in probably 60 minutes or so. There is some theme. I'm not going to go over it. There's a whole bunch of theme actually in the front of the book if you want to check that out. But basically the Glass Road is a 150-mile long path through the Bavarian Forest near the border of Czech Republic. Now, the theme is basically you're getting these resources and you're trying to like cut down trees, get different kinds of mineral, like sand pits to basically farm and mine and all that kind of stuff. But ultimately what this game boils down to is everybody's going to have a deck of 15 cards. And on your turn, you're going to pick 5. And then once everybody has their 5 picked, everybody's going to pull them face down. You're going to go in turn order. Someone's going to reveal. If you have that card in your hand, then you can follow that action. But everybody only gets to do half the card. If you're the only person to play it, everybody gets to do all the card. And what you're trying to do is get resources, build buildings on your own little player board to score as many points as you can. That's it. So if you want to see how that works, you can click the link in the video description. I'll play through a solo game, which is a little different, but not really. If you don't care about that, stick around here and we'll take a look at the components. Alright, so here are the components for Glass Road from Uwe Rosenberg. First off, this box is awesome. Blowing glass. I know that's the theme of the game. I don't really get it, but that's a cool box. So there you go. Alright, so let's take a look at the components. I only have solo components out here because the rest of the components are all the same. So this is the cool resource board that you're going to be acquiring resources and then, converting them into glass and brick. That's really cool. Whole pile of tiles. Tiles are really nice quality. They're thick. They're pretty thick. Decent quality. Easy to read. No issues there, really. Nice player board that you can lay out all your stuff on. Tells you how to set it up initially. Then you can just basically it's going to hold the buildings as you're playing. The cards are all the same for everybody, but they look cool as well. They're easy to read. So you can kind of see those there. Really easy to understand. They're all laid out in the book. All the buildings are laid out in the rule book as well. The components are pretty good, pretty solid. So again, I'm not going to go into the rule book. It's a solid rule book. I'm not going to get more components out because these are basically the components of the game. So I have no complaints. This little resource wheel thing is freaking fantastic too. We'll talk more about that later. So those are the components for Glass Road, which I dropped the box on the floor. So let's just talk about what we think about the game. Alright, so I've been on a huge Uwe Rosenberg kick. I mean a huge. I've been playing all these games solo. I've played Mercator solo. I've done Hallertau. I've done Agricola. And I've played a mess of this game. Now, this is the most recent one that I've acquired. I got it in a trade. And this one is... It's not the most interesting, but it's definitely different. The way the cards work in this really makes this game what this game is. All the cards are going to give you some kind of action. It may have a cost to take those actions. And you're trying to get resources because you have to get so many resources so you can turn resources into brick and glass because you need those to build buildings. And then you're trying to clear out your player board so you can have room to build those buildings. And you're just trying to build as many buildings as you can to get extra actions and get in-game buildings that are going to help you score as most points as you can. And now the way you're going to do that is up to you. Use those 15 cards however you want. There's timing on how you're going to play those cards. Kind of like, if you ever played the game Broom Service, there's a similar thing where I'm going to say, I'm the brave something. The brave witch. And if I'm the only person to do that, then I get to do that action at a more powerful option. Or I can be cowardly and I get to do a weaker version but still get to take the action. Similar vibe here. If someone else picks it, so I'm not the only one doing it, I get to do a weaker action, but I still get to do it, so nothing is lost. And it's a cool little puzzle. It's a cool card puzzle. It's a cool puzzle of how you want to put things on your board. Sometimes things have to be adjacent. Sometimes they don't. It's just a fun game. It's not my favorite Uwe game. It's not going to be my favorite Uwe game. But I do like that on everyone's turn you may be engaged because you may be following or you care what people are saying or playing. You're always paying attention to that. You're trying to think what other people are playing, so maybe you can put that card in your hand so you can get an extra action even though you don't really want to do it. Whole bunch of cool stuff in this game, and I love it. Now, I know it was re-implemented by Black Forest. I haven't played that. I'm probably not gonna. I like this one just fine. I don't need two games that I don't need always need a second edition or a 2.0 or a 1.5 of a game. And new does not always mean better, in my opinion. So, all that being said, this is about Glass Road. And Glass Road is a fun game, and it's fantastic. And I'm going to give it a BGG Acceptance Seal. It's going to get a 7.5 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.75 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but what they give it the game to enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So, that is Glass Road from Capstone Games and Fureland. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.